Hi everyone, and welcome back to my sewing corner. Today we're going to be making this jeans into a skirt. First, what I would like for you to do is go ahead and open your seams in the center and fold it like this, and you can pin. Once you're done, you can go ahead and lay it out on a flat surface, because we're going to be just taking off a bit at the back here. The front of mine seems okay, so I'm going to leave that. If your front is not okay, if the front seam comes out a bit, you can do the same and cut just a bit from the top down. So at the back here, off about 1 centimeter. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that. And I don't need to go all the way down. You just want to take a bit off this curve. Okay, and that seems fine to me. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to put this aside just for a second, and we're going to get our fabric. This is the fabric that I'm going to be using. You're going to fold your fabric in half. And we're going to be working from the folded side. You're going to take your jeans and you're going to measure from the seam to the hem. My measurement is 75 centimeters. Next, you're going to measure the folded side of the fabric, and my measurement should be 75 centimeters. And I'm going to mark. From that centimeter mark, we're going to take, I'm working from the front seam, so I'm going to take the top of the front seam and I'm going to place it right at the mark that I did previously for the 75 centimeters, and I'm going to pin that. It depends how wide you want your skirt. I like my skirt to be wide and flowy, so I'm gonna give it enough room in here. If you don't want that wide and flowy bit, you can bring your jeans in, and then your skirt would be a bit narrow, but I like a wide skirt, so I'm gonna take it out a bit. Once you're satisfied with the width here, you pin in place. Okay, and I'm happy with that. Next, what we're going to do is take your tape measure and you put it right at the center again, and the 75 mark at the hem, you put a pin or you mark it. Keep your tape measure here, and you take this one at the bottom, this end, and you bring it around and you mark 75. and you keep doing that until you reach the end. Your marker, and you join the marks that you just did. Make sure whatever you use to mark your material, it can easily come out. You can get these chalks in the fabric stores, wherever you are. Now we finished marking this, so we're going to cut this. Next we're going to cut straight along here. And this is what you should end up with. You basically would end up with a triangle piece of fabric. I went ahead and cut the back piece. So this is my back piece. And if you want, you can go ahead and you can mark it so you know which one goes in the back and which one goes in the front. Next, you're going to open your jeans out. And you're going to take either the front or the back. It doesn't matter. So now I'm in the back. We're going to take the scissors and we're going to notch about 1 centimeter down. And the reason for this is because when we go to stitch around here, we will have a nice turn. And you go ahead and do that for the other one. Alright, so what we have here is the fabric. Make sure you have the right sides together. We're going to pin this point at the center seam at the top. Now we're going to be pinning this fabric onto this side and this fabric piece over here on the opposite side. And we're going to do that for both pieces. Now that we pin our piece onto the jeans, this is what it should look like. Alright, we're going to go over to the machine and I'm going to show you how we stitch this together. And your seam allowance should be no more than 1 centimeter. And as always, back stitch at your beginning and at the end. When you're finished with your stitching, you always check to make sure that everything is okay. Alright, so what we're going to do now, for the inside, I'm going to go over to my overlocker machine and I'm going to be overlocking the seams that I just sewed. I'm going to be overlocking all the way around. Now we're finished overlocking our skirt. We're going to be doing our top stitching. We're going to go around both sides and top stitch all the way around. Now that I'm finished stitching and I went ahead and ironed the seams, I'm going to overlock the hem of the skirt, and after that I'm going to turn 1 centimeter and stitch the hem. If you don't have an overlocker, you can use your zigzag machine and do the same thing. Okay, we're done with the overlocking. We're just going to turn our hem 1 centimeter and stitch. And this is our 1 centimeter stitch all the way around. I'm going to go ahead and give the hem a press.